I've always liked making things. I grew up on a farm in New Zealand, and I always pulled bits of wool off the fences and used baling twine and whatever was around, made birds' nests out of grasses or things like that, you know. My mother was very creative. She made hats, she made bridal dresses, she did all that sort of stuff. It was right back in the 1960s, and contemporary jewellery was just starting to filter through to New Zealand where I lived. And there were galleries that were displaying it. I thought, oh, got to do that one day, got to do that one day. And then of course a lot of things sort of get interspersed with earning a living and raising children and stuff like that. And we moved to Australia. And I saw even more exhibitions that I just got to do that one day. And we moved to Hervey Bay, and TAFE were having evening classes. Well, I had day classes too, but that was not what I could do, but evening classes in TAFE and silversmithing. Couldn't wait to enrol. It was just wonderful. And we had a most amazing teacher. Her name was Jo, and she was just incredible. She was Canadian, and she was just really able to share her knowledge with us. And everybody that went really just loved going there, and we just couldn't wait to get there. It was only one night a week, but it started at 6 o'clock. I was there from about 5:30 onwards, waiting for the door to open, couldn't wait to get in. And we went on from 6 till 10 o'clock, so we were absolutely shattered by the time we'd finished, because we were busy learning and sawing and hammering and soldering, all the things that encompass jewellery. And then we were given a sheet of what we would be learning next week, and you'd turn it home, bring it home and study it, and be ready to go next time you were there. So it was wonderful times. I really enjoyed it. It's 3 years of that, and it was fantastic. From there I went on, and having learnt the basics, you could follow your own stream sort of from there, and my stream was to use all the natural things that I could find and make them into something that nobody else had made. Yeah. And from there you meet other people that are doing something similar or would like to learn to do something similar. And it's always quite a joy to teach them and get them going, and it's quite exciting to see them learn and do stuff too. I just love it. It's a compulsion, something you've got to do. Yeah. I still like to see every exhibition that I can. Thankfully there's a lot online now. You can actually visit exhibitions all around the world, so that's really fun. I go to everything I can, and yeah, I meet new people all the time. You meet people in the most extraordinary places. I may be wearing something that's a little bit different, and somebody will come up to me and say, "Where did you get that?" And I'll say, "Well, actually I made it." And it goes from there, and you meet all sorts of interesting people. I spent yesterday afternoon with a woman from Canberra, and she came in at the Gem Club one day, and she was interested in how gems were, created from raw bits of stone. And we were working on silver, and so she went, "Oh, I've got to do that." So she became an avid silversmith too, yes. I think it's important to make things for yourself, not to copy. In whatever you do, you've got to have yourself coming forward from it. I might look like a rough old seashell, perhaps, but that's what I like to do most. I just love the shapes, the forms. I think it's just fantastic what comes from the sea. And you wonder how that all happened, and why. Obviously things live in the shells and other things eat them, but I wonder at the form. The shells in particular are so hard, but then you inspect it close, you see perhaps a little worm's got in there eating the hole. When I first came, there wasn't an art gallery, no art gallery at all, but we still had art exhibitions in the council chambers, and they were terribly squashed in. You had to walk sideways to see the exhibition one night, but it was good in a way because you couldn't help meeting people because you were so close to them. And you couldn't do it now because you can't keep at arm's length, but then it was really good. I met so many people then that I was new to the Bay, and it was really interesting. It was before I started doing jewellery making really, so I met artists from all sorts of walks of life and got to know what they did.